But moving on, UCF TCU. What do we say? UCF has an identity. It is run the football. And you talked about it. You were like, look, if KJ Jefferson has to throw 30 passes, are they winning this football game? The answer is no, probably not. And they never went away from it. They never went away from it, ever. Credit Gus Malzahn for just
Yeah.
showing up. They're running for 375 yards per game through 3 games. They're averaging 6.8 yards per carry. They have 13 rushing touchdowns. All of those are top 10 in the country right now. Defensively, they also have a top 20 run defense, too. They're only letting up 2.5 yards per carry, and that's concerning for TCU as well. Moving forward, I think Josh Hoover is playing awesome so far this season. But I think in games like against Stanford, like against UCF, and I know we know that UCF's defensive line's way underrated, way underrated. But Josh Hoover can't do everything for this offense, and these receivers can't do everything for this offense. So I'm looking
And tight
forward
end.
and and tight end. I'm looking forward. They're 115th in yards per game rushing. They're 111th in yards per carry, but they're top 15 in every passing statistic. I mean, and Josh Hoover's also, guess what he's done? He's taken care of the football so far this season.
And
So, which I didn't think was going to be the case. So something needs to get fixed with that run defense. Um, I know Andy Avalos is all right, but we talked about it. KJ Jefferson did enough. I mean, really, it was three guys. It was Hudson, it was KJ Jefferson, and RJ Harvey. And, normally you can't win games with that, but when an offensive line is as good as they are with UCF and that scheme is conducive to them winning the football game, UCF wins football games, man. And I intend them. I I think they're going to be a problem for teams moving forward.
yeah, I think this is more about, oh yeah, UCF has kind of arrived in the Big 12. It's not really about, TCU, I think, taking a step back to where we thought they were going to be. Hoover looked good, right? The defense made plays at times, but again, like UCF is going to outrush teams a lot this year in the Big 12. My problem is like you said, 17 rushes, 58 yards is not what you want to do, especially at home, and trying to keep the ball away from UCF, right? And try to get them out of their identity. Because if you are shrinking the game, if they have to be a little bit more conscious about their play calling and decision makings and maybe pressing, and that's where we've seen KJ Jefferson and Gus Malzahn let teams sometimes get into trouble. But listen, they were able to stick to their identity with RJ Harvey, stick to their identity with KJ Jefferson. And it's not that KJ Jefferson cannot make plays because he can through the air. He did on that last drive and throughout the game. He had 3 touchdowns, all of them big. And obviously that last 10 play, 72-yard drive. But here's the thing is like it was an identity. They got the ball with 3 minutes to go, and they had to go the length of the field, 70 plus yards, right? And they opened up with three straight rushings because they knew exactly who they were, and they were not going to let TCU, take them away from their identity. Even on 3rd and 6 with a little of 2 minutes to go, they still ran the football. Yeah, you gotta credit UCF, and TCU had a chance to put the ball away, and they just couldn't. And obviously, they went down and had a chance to hit a field goal, and it didn't quite work out. But hey, hats off to UCF and what they can do in this conference. I think TCU will learn from this. I think TCU will get better and better. And with their schedule, I see some winnable football games for them. Absolutely. And UCF, same goes for them too. I still think both these teams I think might be playing better come November than they are playing right now, which is good, I think, for both fan bases.